Hello and welcome to another of Turtleton's tutorials. Today we're going to be looking at Minecraft pistons and their use in making a waste disposal system, or if you like, a bin. Now, this isn't the most impressive of concepts, but if you hold out to the end you'll see something which is a bit of a novel use for the idea. So here's our first concept. We have a very basic bin. All it is a block of lava, and if I throw some material in here, you'll see it's actually destroyed. Of course, one option we can use to do this is to use some nether stone, or netherrack, and again, if we throw our dirt in there, it will be destroyed by the fire. Now, here you'll see we have the design, the very basic design for using a piston to conceal this hole in the floor. You see, we can still throw our material in there, it'll still be destroyed. And when it's extended, you'll see that we can't accidentally fall in the hole and it won't set us on fire. One point of note here is that you're going to have to use non-flammable blocks close to this, because if you put blocks too close, or even not that close, but too close to the wall, they can catch on fire. Now this may take a little while to happen, so we'll leave them for the time being and see if they catch on fire later. Okay, now here we have our design put in practice. If you see, it's a relatively concealed room. If we flip the switch, we now have our bin. We can throw our waste material in and we can seal it back up again, making it reasonably safe. Or if you like, we can go ahead and throw our material on there, lower it in, and conceal it up again. What we've done here is, on the position where the switch is, we have a redstone torch to invert the block, and this is just running along here on this snow, because wool's not a good contrast material when it's on fire, and this is just causing our sticky piston to be extended all the time, apart from when we flip the switch. Now, this design is quite similar, but uses a pressure pad. So, from here, we're trying to be a little bit safer, so we don't get locked in our bin, but because of the time it takes for the pressure pad to react, you can still fall in the lava, get crushed, and basically have a horrible fiery death. Here's the wiring. So very similar to before, you have a redstone torch which is inverting sticky piston, and this just gets picked up whenever you stand on the pressure plate. Now this design is trying to be safer than the other two. You'll see we have a half stone block here preventing you from actually standing on this block, which is going to be pulled away. And we have a button, so the system's going to reset itself quite quickly. Now we can still throw our material under there, and if we've lined it up well, it'll all drop through. And if I'm quick here, you'll note that I haven't actually used any lava or fire to destroy the material. So instead, I've just used a hole. But of course you can use this sort of method here. This will transport material, all your rubbish, and that can just be placed on the lower block there. And it will all fall through and it will hit this lava stream here and it will be destroyed. Nothing particularly complex about it, just taking into account that water travels 8 blocks and lava travels 4 blocks. Of course you can use a sign to sort of minimize this distance and make it more compact if you so choose. You'll see one of our wall blocks has been destroyed. Okay, that's good, proof of concept. Now, here we have the design in maybe a very dull and pretty uninspiring room. And you'll see here that we have quite obviously our bin. And if we flip this switch, yeah, you'll be able to see that's our bin mechanism there. And of course we can even put a sign up to say, this is indeed our bin. Just to make sure people get the point. And yeah, no one would give this a second thought, but if you hit this and you throw your material down into the bin, maybe pick up what it is, you may notice something happen. That's right, we've actually converted our bin to a secret door. This will allow us to go through here and we can close this up and this will stay open. And if we just go back here, we'll be able to see the workings of this. Here we have our inverted set of redstone wiring here going to this piston, and from here we actually have the water block flowing down and transposing our material onto this pressure pad. And this is of course a wooden pressure pad, and that'll allow the redstone power to come up here, go around here, and basically again on this inverted torch power these two pistons, which would otherwise be extended, sealing our door off. Now, generally speaking, this isn't going to be put into much practical use, and but the concept is that you might adopt this onto a server which is accessible to the public or what have you, and you might want to hide up some materials or chests or whatever by this method, because let's face it, most people aren't going to want to test out your bin because it's not really that exciting. So, there we have it. This has been another of Turtleton's tutorials. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again next time.